Video where we will talk about does physical appearance matter in picking up women? So is it really necessary to be handsome or it's just bullshit? Because I received this question recently in a recent live video. So for those of you that will watch later, and I know that that you are many people watching later from the US, from Canada, from Germany, from Australia. Um, from UK. I can see you from the YouTube analytics, so you can post your question when you will watch it later. And so I received this question recently about is it really necessary to be handsome to pick up girls? And let's answer in this video. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Luca from easylifeconsulting.com, and I've been teaching success with women since 2018, only in Italian language. Since 2018, I've helped over 1,400 men since 2018, having sex with new girls met in real life. And since 2022, I started teaching it also in the United States, so in English language. And so, what's the truth about physical appearance? So it matters, but in a negative way if you are really fat. So if you are overweight, if you are really overweight, yeah, that is a problem. And you have to improve first your physical appearance, but not your physical appearance. You have to improve your health situation, okay, your physical shape, because that matters, but in a negative way. So but do not fall into the trap of thinking that if you are perfectly in a perfect shape, if you have a six-pack, if you are perfectly healthy, fit, whatever you want, don't fall into the trap of thinking that that will make the whole difference, because you will spend years of training, of being more in shape, of whatever you want, and then you will be very disappointed after years at understanding that it doesn't change anything. Okay, so improve what you can in terms of physical appearance. You can try to of course you can try to lose a little bit of weight. You can I don't know, you can try a different haircut. You can grow your beard, you can remove your beard, you can start dressing differently, you can take care of your skin. But I'm not talking about plastic surgery. I actually had a friend that had a plastic surgery because he thought that oh, my nose is too big. I saw him before the surgery and after the surgery, and it's pretty much the same. And I'm talking about like 5 years ago, or even more. And after 5 years, it's still the same. He did not get anything different in terms of women. So because also this is another topic, but there is an an inner image. So how you view yourself inside and how you view yourself outside. So you can be also in shape, you can be perfectly fine, you can be handsome, but if you have a low self-esteem, if you view yourself as useless, if you view yourself as worthless, if you view yourself as ugly, it doesn't matter if you're handsome, if you're in shape or not, because you will still be a loser with women. Okay, but this is another topic. So improve what you can, but do not think that this will make the difference. So if you're handsome, you will have a better reaction when you're opening the situation, when you're entering the situation, talking about real life approach, so in person. But the girl will leave after 30 seconds if you're only handsome, because then you're not able to say anything, you're scared of saying anything. You will also be afraid to make the first step if you have approach anxiety. It doesn't matter if you're handsome or not, if you have approach anxiety. How do you the game in college? I will answer later to the questions. So if you have any question, put it in the chat box. I will answer later, or also in other live videos. But for those of you that is connected live, you can type your question and I will reply at the end of this live video. So give me a moment and I will finish to talk about the topic of this live video. So without experience, we tend to think that handsome men are getting results because they are handsome, because people that men that doesn't have any experience, they will see maybe a guy getting a positive feedback, a positive reaction from a girl at the club, and since they have zero experience, they will think, oh, it's because he's handsome that he's getting that reaction, but it's actually different. He's getting that type of reaction because he's acting in a confident way. But since majority of men don't know what girls are attracted from, they will think, oh, it's just because he's handsome. And also remember that one thing is to get a positive reaction, is to get attention, because I remember many times students and also not students that were complaining about women, about oh, I have a very handsome friend and he's getting lots of attention when we are going to clubbing together. So you will fuck your attentions, you will have sex with attentions. You cannot have sex with attentions, you have to have sex with women, not with attentions. You will not do anything with attentions if you're not able to convert attentions into a date and into sex. So do not fall into this I don't know, complain, oh, but he's getting more attention. But it doesn't matter if he's getting more attention if he's not able to convert attentions into results. So, and as I was saying before, if you're only handsome, but you're not able to speak, you will just last 30 seconds. I remember in a boot camp in 2018 or 19, I don't remember. It was one of the first students that he was very handsome and actually also very rich, but this is not the topic. And he was surprised because he was just getting positive feedbacks when he was approaching, but then girls were leaving after 30 seconds. Because, yeah, they will be more interested at the beginning, but they will leave if you don't have any type of content, if you're not able to create attraction. And you're creating attraction with behavioral characteristics like behaving in a confident way, bringing fun to the conversation, social intelligence, not being needy, etc. So, and if you are very handsome, you will get like 5 seconds of more tolerance at the beginning. So it will be easier for you just in the first 5 seconds, in the first 20 seconds, in the first few seconds. And I remember I had 2 friends that I was going out with in my beginning and clubbing. And I remember that they were approaching often together. And one of them was like a very tall, I don't know in inches, but it was maybe like 6 foot or something. In a centimeter, it was like 190 centimeters. I don't know in a foot, but it's more than 6 foot. And the other, and it was also very muscular. He was like going to the gym very often. He was, I think, he was also a personal trainer, and he was very handsome. So everything that the average man would desire. And the other one was pretty short. It was in centimeter. It was like 170 centimeter. In inches, it was I don't know every time how to calculate, but it should be like 5. I don't know, 5'5" or something like that in inches. I don't know. So it was not so tall. It was not super short, but it was not very tall, and it was it was bald. So he was in the moment of his life where he was losing his hair, and so everything that the average man would consider a disadvantage. But and in the first few seconds, they were approaching together every time in a double set, so girl with a friend. And in the first few seconds, they were getting the handsome one was getting a more positive reaction, and the other one, the let's call it the ugly one, he was getting a more negative reaction, and so he had to work more in the first few seconds. But then after the first 30 seconds, they were exactly the same, and after the first 30 seconds, you're winning thanks to your behavioral characteristics. And guess what? Let's call it the handsome one. He was having sex with like once every month or once every 2 months. The other one, he was bringing a girl to his place almost every night. He was having a rotation of 5 fuck buddies when I met him. How is it possible? Because the ugly one was going out pretty much every night, practicing more, developing a much more confidence. He was probably one of the most confident person that I ever met. and so it's thanks to the behavior characteristics and not thanks to the look. And I also have a friend that I meet him sometimes when I go to Italy, and is very handsome. He's also very fun, and and he's also very confident. So all this mix is creating the so-called charisma. Charisma is actually created also from other characteristics, but he's very charismatic and very charming, and is able to draw girls into his reality like in 0 seconds. Like he's meeting random girls in the street, and if you're with him, it looks like they already know since years. And I'm very expert, and sometimes really don't understand when he's approaching. I don't understand genuinely if they already know each other, because he's super expert in terms of getting the attention in the first seconds, but then he's never getting laid. Every time I meet him, he's always talking about the fact that he's not getting laid. Why? Because he's confident, he's handsome, he's fun, but he lacks of social intelligence, and he doesn't know what to do in terms of different stages of the interaction from the approach to sex. So it doesn't matter if you're handsome if you don't know what to do. So, and I can actually go on for hours about this. So I will give you the last few change of perspective. Men and women value different things. So men are attracted in the first place from the physical appearance, and then we evaluate, if you're not desperate, you evaluate a woman according to her personality. Women works in the opposite way. They evaluate the personality, the behavioral characteristics, and then the physical appearance is just a 5% of the equation. So we tend to think that everyone is the same of us. If I'm thinking a certain thing, if I am in a certain way, everyone else must be like me. It doesn't work like that, especially between men and women. We are different, okay? So it's not because attraction for a man is like a switch on or off. We usually don't talk. We are not going to talk with a woman that we're not attracted to physically. Women, the attraction for a woman is more like a volume knob. It will grow up. It will grow with the time, behaving in the proper way. So in a attracting way. So in a confident way, in a fun way, showing social intelligence, showing that you're not needy, and these kind of things. And then the physical appearance will be just 1 point in a game that you will win with 50 points, but you have to make the other 49 points. Okay, you cannot make 50 points only with physical appearance. Physical appearance is just 1 point in a game that you will win with 50 points. And there are no ugly or handsome men. There are only lazy and not lazy men. I met once in the past the owner of a model agency in Milan, and that so he was seeing from very close the backstage of models in Milan, and he was always saying that there are no ugly girls or beautiful girls, because every girl with the proper makeup, with the proper effort, with the proper training at the gym, with the proper dress, with the proper makeup, with the proper red lipstick, with the proper high heels, she will become a stunner. An average girl will become a stunner. So we will become from a 7, she will become a 10. Okay, with all the proper things. Same with a man. So for those of you that think that you are ugly, you're not ugly. You're just an idiot. Complaining, oh, I'm ugly. Women are rejecting me because I'm ugly. No, it's because you're an idiot. Okay, because you just try to change your haircut, try to change your beard, make your beard longer, shorter, try to take care more of your beard, try to remove your glasses if you're wearing glasses, try to wear contact lenses, try a different kind of dressing. You can start dressing with only shirts and not with t-shirts. So I'm not talking about plastic surgery. Take care of your skin already since when you're young, if you're still young, for those of you that are watching that are still young. So when you will grow older, you will not have your skin that will demonstrate like 10 years older. Okay, so, and as I said before, Do not spend years improving your physical appearance thinking that this will solve everything, because then you will be very disappointed finding out that, yeah, now you're more handsome, now you are in a better physical shape, you're also more healthy, and you have zero women and zero skills, and you are only more afraid of speaking with women. So do not try to improve your skills with women in a going on a side way. Because I remember in the past people asking me about going to the theater and starting to become an actor, doing I don't know, stand-up comedy will improve my social skills. Yes, but you can also improve your social skills just by interacting directly with women. So do not try to go sideways, because in my experience, you will just stay as you are. And if you are in this video, probably where you are in your dating situation is not where you want to be. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this video. So for those of you that are watching, if you're interested in starting to have sex with new girls that you've met in real life, reducing to almost zero the chances of getting rejected, you can schedule a free consultation directly with me by clicking on the first link in the description down below, and we will see, I will see how I can help you. I actually already know pretty much how to help you, but the solution will be tailor-made to your situation. So there is the first link in the description below. Now let me check, because I saw like 2 questions before. So how do you day game in college? It's pretty much almost the same of approaching in the street. I remember how once I approached in a college in Italy, but I never went to a university or in college. I was just visiting one of my friends, and that he was in college, and I approached a girl that was there in the college, but I approached her outside. So I suggest you, if you're approaching inside, so inside the class or in the corridor or in common areas, to start in a contextual way. So do not start the conversation in a direct way. So, because you have to maintain a reputation inside, or if you don't care about your reputation, you can start approaching in a direct way. I remember a friend that he was in a college, and he started approaching in a direct way, started having sex with multiple girls inside the college, but then he burned the reputation with all the other girls, and then at a certain moment he finished the girls that were available at the college, and so he had to change the college, but because he had sex also with many girls inside that environment. But so if you're approaching inside the environment of the college, it's better to approach in a contextual way. So according to the context, according to what she's doing there in the moment, according to what she's reminding you of, according to how she's dressing, according to whatever it is. So contextual, it means that you have to think, switch on your brain and think about something contextual according to the moment. It's better, in my opinion, to approach directly outside. So if you're able to meet her outside, like in the street, so when you're leaving the university, leaving the college, if there is not a common area, like an outside area, that there is better, because you can approach them just directly, as if it would be a normal day game approach in the street. Also, what you keep in mind while day gaming? Many things. Actually, no, I don't keep in mind anything, because now I'm expert, so I don't have to keep in mind anything, because it's already everything in my subconscious mind, and I do everything correctly in an automatic way, because that is the last stage when you have done it so many times that everything is happening in an automatic way. So I don't think about anything. So it depends in which stage you are. So according to what is your current problem, you have to think about the current stage of the interaction where you are. So if you are still lacking of confidence, you are not able to even reach the hook point, if you're not even able to reach the first the 2 minutes of conversation, it's better that you think to make a really fluid and clear and interesting opening line. It's you have to think about the first topics that you will talk about after the opening line. You can, let's say, prepare the topics that you will talk about after the opening line, even though this is not what you have to do on the long term, because on the long term you have to learn the conversation principles, because you cannot have the conversation scripted, because the girl, she will not trust you, you will not have fun. It's not sustainable to have the conversation scripted in the long term. So, but after the opening line, if you don't know what to say, you can start with the three basic topics, which is where you're from, what do you do in your life, and how old are you. But you don't have to ask it in this boring way. These are just the topics. You have to talk about it with, for example, assumptions. So do not say where you're from. Your accent is pretty interesting. I bet you are from. You try to say where do you think she's from, or from your face. You remind me a friend that is from California. Are you also from California? So do not ask where you're from. It's much more interesting if you're trying to guess. Or you look pretty young. I bet you are 26. It's much more interesting than saying how old are you? Okay. So if you don't know what to talk about after the opening line, it's better that you think consciously to what to say after the opening line. If you are on a date and your main struggle is on a date, it's better that you think consciously to what to do on a date. So it depends what you are struggling with now. But when you will become more expert, you don't have to think about anything, because you are you're doing everything in the right way automatically without having to think to anything. So I guess there are no other questions. So click the first link in the description below if you want to improve your dating situation, if you want to start having more sex and not being alone for the rest of your life. And see you in the next live video.